Hello and welcome back to the Fireburns Within channel. Time for a weekly album review. I actually missed last week's one. I hadn't listened to enough new stuff, so I was also doing individual reviews, as some of you may know. So now time to do a bumper edition of the weekly album review, as I've just been listening to loads, just been pigging out, listening to loads and loads of new stuff. 18 new albums. I mean, it's impossible really, but I mean, most of them I've only listened to once, so it's not like I've got all the time in the world just to listen to music. Yeah, so anyway, I like to listen to stuff, different stuff, all kinds of different stuff, at least once, give my opinion on it, and so on. So this one, it's got 18 albums to round up. I'm going to talk as little as possible about each one and then give my rating. Okay, so first one I'm going to talk about is Lamb of God, Omens. It's reviewed on the channel, of course. Check out the review if you haven't already. It's a good album. It's a good album. 7.5 out of 10 I gave it. You know, if you're a fan, you'll give it more. If you're a huge fan of the band, you'll give it more. But 7.5 for me. Next one is Satin, and the album is called Appetition. That's a weird word. Is that even a word? Appetition. Anyway, Satin is a one-man band, a one-man AOR band. He's very cool, actually. It's a good album. It's a little bit light, but it's good. I like it. 7.5 out of 10. Next one is After All and Eos. After All is a sort of thrash band, but a very melodic kind of thrash. So mix between thrash and power. Eos is a really good album. I actually listened to it earlier today. 8 out of 10 for After All. Next one is Arena, the Theory of Molecular Inheritance from the UK. Arena, that is not that's not the full album title. This is really good. It's sort of prog rock. Damian Wilson, ex of Threshold, on vocals. Prog rock slash metal. It's not always sort of heavy. It's not as heavy as Threshold to be full metal. I'd say it's more prog rock, but I love hearing Damian's vocals. His voice is really awesome. Next one is De Profundis and the Corruption of Virtue. It's a UK tech death band. Listened to this, I think, earlier this week. Really good. Really enjoyed it. It's sort of frenetic, lots of riffs, great bass playing. Really quite enjoyed this one. Next one is Alefson Soto, Vacation in the Underworld. A little project between David Alefson and Jeff Scott Soto. This is really good. Bass is very prominent, as you'd expect. You know, the bass is like the lead instrument almost. It's so loud. But the songs are good. Jeff's voice is always good. It's always good to listen to Jeff. Next one is Meridian and the album The Fourth Dimension. This is sort of melodic rock slash metal. It's not really heavy enough to be metal, but it's definitely got edgy rock sounds, good melodies, good vocals. Again, 8 out of 10. Next one is Rhythm of Fear, Fatal Horizons. Sort of like a crossover thrash band, but just straight ahead thrash mainly. Really enjoyed this one. Rock solid, 8 out of 10. Next one is Skid Row, The Gang's All Here, reviewed on the channel. Rock solid, 8 out of 10. Maybe 8.5 with time, but rock solid, 8 out of 10 by the resurgent Skid Row. Next one is Terra May's Flight of the Wounded. I listened to this one earlier today, actually. Sort of very melodic prog metal now. They used to be quite thrashy a few albums back, but now they're sort of very melodic prog metal. It's a very good album. It's a little bit sort of meandering here and there, so you can lose yourself a little bit, which it tends to bore me a little bit, when albums do that. But this is a quality album, so 8 out of 10 for Terra Maze. The rest of the albums are all awesome. Alter Bridge, 8.5 out of 10. Pawns and Kings, I should add the title. 8.5 out of 10. Reviewed on the channel. Go watch the review. Excellent album. Probably worth a 9, really. But anyway. Next one is an unknown band. Heavy Metal Purse. Perse. They're from Finland, and the album is called Jumalia Paosa. They sing in Finnish, so no English vocals. But I love this album. I absolutely love this album. It's like epic, folky power metal. 8.5 out of 10. Next one is Mosh Pit Justice. Crush the Demons Inside. Really like this one. It's sort of melodic thrash metal. 8.5 out of 10. Sorry, my computer's decided to make a lot of noise suddenly, so you'd have to put up with that. What else? Pearls and Flames. Reliance. Pearls and Flames is a Swedish classic AOR band. I really enjoyed this album. Really enjoyed it. Melodic, 80s style AOR, little bit of Toto, little bit of Journey, little bit of Survivor. Really enjoyed it. 8.5 out of 10. Next one is Queensryche Digital Noise Alliance. I really like this. I think it's their best with what's his face, the latest singer. His name's just popped out of my head. Anyway, the new Queensryche album is good. It's really good. 8.5 out of 10. Next one is an unknown band. They're called Steel Arctus, and the album is called Master of War. This is sort of traditional heavy metal with super high-pitched wailing vocals. I really like this guy. He sings good. I love his vocals. I like the music. It's sort of traditional epic heavy metal. What's not to like here? 8.5 out of 10. 2 albums to mention. The first one of those 2 is Skeptic, Nailed to Ignorance. This is an awesome album. Technical death metal, a lot of melodies. It's a killer comeback album. They haven't been around for a good while, Skeptic, but they've come back with a killer one. Absolutely awesome production as well. But my album of the last 2 weeks of this bumper edition, which I've kept to under 10 minutes and I'm going to keep to under 10 minutes, is Borealis and Illusions. This is an awesome album. I love this album. Absolutely killer. Wonderful production. Classic melodic heavy metal. Just awesome. I love the singer's voice. He's got a very sort of throaty, powerful voice, but he's got awesome melodies as well. It's killer. Borealis. 9.5 out of 10 for that one. So that's it. That's my favorite album of all the last 2 weeks that I've been listening to all these albums. Now I've got loads more to get through. I mean, it's just crazy the amount of albums that gets released that I need to check out. There's Disturbed. There's, I don't know, Dragonland I haven't got round to yet. Orianthe, Perfect Plan. I'm gonna love Perfect Plan. Riot City I haven't got round to yet. Striper's just released. I haven't got round to it. White Skull, Wildness. There's a few more as well. Anyway, this video is less than 10 minutes. Make sure you watch to the end. And if you have watched to the end, cheers.